Welcome to the Love and Meaning Podcast, where inner work is a lifestyle. Welcome to the Love and Meaning Podcast. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently. I have decided that this podcast is called Love and Meaning, right? And that is because everything I've realized on my journey through personal development, through self-discovery, everything that I share here is a lesson in love and meaning, because everything comes down to love and meaning. This podcast is an ode to my lived experience. It is an ode to all of the mistakes I've made, failures I've made, and the beautiful lessons that have been extracted. And then the wins and the brave moves that I've made. It is an ode to the adventure that is my life and everything that it's taught me. Like, it's basically one big, amazing, incredible teacher. And I wanted to share these lessons because I know that they are impactful for others, because we are all connected on this journey of life. And so because everything that I share here is a lesson in either love or meaning or both, every episode is actually going to be labeled in that way. So it will be love lesson blank or meaning lesson blank. And the order doesn't matter. It's not like love lesson 1 means that this is the first and most important. We're just going to order in that way. And actually, it will be really easy for people to be able to look them up after that. You'll be able to sort through the podcast episodes easily by their number. So that'll be helpful going forward. So officially, as of today, each episode is a particular lesson in love or meaning, and it will be labeled as such. And today, I have a lesson in love. It has been an emotional day, guys. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. On top of that, I'm sick, so please excuse the congestion. The message is potent, even if my voice is not. Today is a lesson in love. And that lesson is that a no can be just as powerful and just as loving, receiving, and embracing as a yes. A sacred no is an embrace of yourself, your values, your choices, and a validation in your ability to trust yourself. I really became aware today that self-love and self-trust go hand in hand. So where this episode has been inspired by, what this episode has been inspired by, is it's not a no in a negative. It's not a no because something isn't good for me. I said no today to something that is actually an incredible opportunity. And I feel myself tearing up again as I think about it, because I am so grateful for this opportunity. It requires anonymity, so I can't say exactly what it is, but what I will say is that someone offered me something so incredible today. Something that financially is a significant cost, and I would be able to receive this thing at a far greater discount, and something that I kind of thought was not even necessarily possible for me at this time was offered. But the thing is, the timing of it isn't quite right for me. There are certain things that I'm invested in right now, and I feel like they need all of my heart and attention. And in trusting myself and my ability to decide and determine what needs my time and attention, I demonstrated to myself that I could say no to something and it be so right for me, even though it's something that I do want. It's just not going to be right now. The thing that I was offered would involve me having to do quite a bit of planning on multiple different fronts, taking time off of work, arranging things with my husband, arranging care for the dog, maybe, packing, traveling. And it's pretty soon. And there's just a lot going on that I feel very committed to. And an old version of me, though, would have been like, are you kidding? You're never going to get an opportunity like this again. Drop everything and go. It doesn't matter if that's inconveniencing. It doesn't matter if you have to rearrange 50 million things. That seems like will cause more problems to have to rearrange. You don't know when you're going to get this again. You better go. That is actually lack thinking. Instead, this time today, I really feel like I was in the energy and frequency of abundance when I said, no, it's just not the right timing. But this thing, let me tell you, I will be doing this. This will be part of my life in the future at some perfectly aligned moment. The desire for this thing has not gone away. It's just the timing isn't right now, but I will be there. And whether I have to pay full price, double or triple, it will happen and it's available for me. That is the frequency of abundance. I remember last year when I was bawling my eyes out recording an episode about my awareness. I had a visceral awareness of where my abundance frequency was so lacking. There was just so much lack at the forefront. I cannot believe that I'm now recording this today, feeling such a different energy in myself. And what I'm manifesting in my life is such a perfect representation of that. Today is the day that a summit that I was invited into, I was interviewed as one panelist on a panel of 12 women who were interviewed to talk about the audacious moves that they have made in their lives because we have been deemed inspirational in some way. I was honored enough to be invited to this summit. It's called the Audacious Summit. It launched today. I cannot believe that I've got to be a part of that. The things that are my norms right now, a year ago, I would have never thought would be possible for me. And on the same wavelength of that level of receiving is also apparently saying no in confidence that it will be a yes in the future at the right time. I have never felt more abundant. And the reason that I keep welling up with tears over it is that I have never felt more abundant. And I said no. no's were associated with lack for me before. Abundance was all yeses. But it's actually alignment. It's actually right fit, right time. Aligned action. The alignment part. That's the key. And I've never felt more aligned. And I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that this is the way that this awareness was manifested for me today. It came through an amazing offering. I won something that people would fight for. And I turned it down. And I'm in all of the gratitude for the offer is in my body. I feel like I won the greatest prize. I mean, I did. All of that is still inside of me. And it's also in alignment with my no. This is a lesson in love. This trust, this self-trust, this is very similar to being in the relationship with someone. When I think back to the past very tumultuous relationship that I was in, that was really that was the beginning of so many internal changes in my life. It sparked a huge downward period, ending up in depression. And then from that really, really low place in my depression is the first time I sought out personal development, and a completely different trajectory began. But in that moment, when that relationship ended, when I said no to that relationship, which was not good for me, it felt like breaking, you know? But that no was the best thing for me. That was self-trust. That actually was abundance. I was not in a place to recognize any of that then. But I'm sure there are plenty of you who can relate to that example now. And though the thing I said no to this time is not that it's something that wasn't good for me. It's great for me. It's just not the right time. It's still the alignment trumping anything. Your alignment. You decide. I decide. Not anything else decides. Like, who the heck would have thunk it? It really hit me so clearly. Like, the beauty of an aligned no, how powerful it is in terms of me choosing me. There is a little bit of fear there. There's that little bit of fear. It's tiny though. It's quiet this time. That little bit of fear where it's like, oh, did you make a mistake because you're not taking this opportunity? No, I didn't. I know I didn't. I don't feel that way. The person who offered it to me, I know doesn't feel that way either. This no is actually a bigger yes. Just like the no ending that relationship was a yes to myself and being healthy and being in healthy dynamics and everything that was to come for me as a result of being the best version of myself, the healthiest version of myself. And here I am today feeling more stable than ever with another sacred no. Very different scenario, but so much trust. And all of our sacred no's can be that way. Eventually, over time. I am not the same person that I was back with that no from that relationship at all. And I've never been more aware of my new level of internal trust and how much that is a representation of my love for myself as I am today. because I'm full of gratitude. I'm full of appreciation. I'm full of acknowledgement and recognition of the opportunity that it was. And I'm so fully aligned with the fact that this isn't the time, and there will be an exact right time, and I will have all the resources to be able to do it, no matter what. No matter what, because I desire it. Because the lesson in love is honoring our sacred no's. The lesson in love is trusting in ourselves, that alignment above anything else, knowing that we are the most capable ones in our lives to make these decisions for ourselves. We can love ourselves that much and trust in ourselves that much, even when it seems like the pathway is unclear. I don't know how, but I just know. That is so loving. My heart and its deep gratitude and appreciation is spreading out to every single one of you. Everyone who's hearing this message today. I honor you. I honored your sacred no's. You honor your sacred no's. And embody this lesson in self-trust is self-love. I'll see you in the next one.